Okay. Then so sometime last year Bootstrap released their own icon pack for using with Bootstrap so that you no longer have to use fun or something like that. You can just use Bootstrap icons instead if you prefer. Now you can see all of the icons at icons.getbootstrap.com, and currently they've got over 1,300 icons in the library and they're adding new ones all of the time, so there's loads to choose from. You can set for icons right here. For example, I could type in clock and we could see all of the clock icons below. Now if we want to use one of these, we can click on them and it's going to show us how to use the icon in our project. Now in all cases it's going to be this itag that we use right here with a class of bi for Bootstrap icons and then the icon name. So let me just head back to install Bootstrap icons. If we click on this install link, you can see we can either use npm or we can use a CDN. Now we're going to use the CDN to keep things simple for now. And by the way, Bootstrap icons aren't just for Bootstrap 5. You can use them in Bootstrap 4 as well if you prefer. They're separate from the core Bootstrap package. So I'm going to copy this link, and then I'm going to add this to our code in our head. And now we can use any of the icons in our page. Okay then, so the first icon I want to add is an icon inside the navbar to the left of the title. And that is going to be a little book. So let's go to Bootstrap icons and scroll up to the top, and then let's type book right here. So I'm going to go with this one book half so we can click on it. We can grab this code right here, that's what we need to paste into our project, and it's going to go just before this thing. So let me paste it in right here, and if I save that now we should be able to see the book at the top. Awesome. Simple. Okay, so the next icons I'm going to add in are down here next to the book reviews. So let me first of all go over here and I want to go back, and this time I want to search for star. So we're going to have this icon next to the title right here. So let's grab that one. Copy that and go down to where this is defined, this title. It will scroll right down. So book reviews right here, and they're going to go inside the H2 with the text like so. Save it and we should be able to see that over here. Can we? Yep. But reviews. Awesome. And I'm going to place some star ratings at the top of every review as well. Now in order to do that, I'm going to come above the H5 and I'm going to create another div. So that div is going to have a class of PB2, so basically we're just giving this some padding to the bottom and its strength to, and inside here we're going to create a series of different icons. Now if we go to the icons, I'm going to go back again, we're going to use star. So let me type in star again and it's going to be this one right here. Star fill. Let me grab that and let me paste 5 of these in because obviously this is going to be a 5 star book, and if I save it now and preview over here we can see 5 stars. Awesome. Cool. So now what I could do is grab that and I could paste it in each one. So if I come down here above this H5, we'll paste it in, and then down here above this H5, and then down here, and then finally down here, and because I want this to be authentic we'll change the last one to half. So this is just 4.5 out of 5 for this one review because that there was an icon as well. If we take a look, if we go back and say star up here, it's this 1 star half. Okay. Cool. So that is icons, my friend, and there's just one more thing I want to do, and that is to scroll up. Here in this row right here I'm going to give a bit of margin because at the minute I feel like these list items are too near the title text. So let me come to the row and say my H5 just to give it that extra margin and space around it, and that looks a bit better.